I woke up to the sound of breathing that was not mine. Slow, wet, right next to my ear. I grew up in a small village in West Africa, the kind of place where everyone knows your name, and your father's name too. Houses were close. Doors were wood. At night, the dark felt thick, like it had weight. That night, my uncle woke me up. He shook my shoulder hard. "Get up," he said. "Someone is outside." I followed him. My legs were still half asleep. When we stepped outside, I saw her. I saw her feet first. They were bleeding. The skin was torn. One toenail was gone. She was standing in the road, bent forward, hands on her knees, trying to breathe. She looked back into the bush, like something was chasing her. My uncle asked her name. She said, "Amina." Her voice sounded broken, like she had been screaming for a long time. We brought her inside. My aunt gave her water. She drank so fast it spilled down her chin. Her hands would not stop shaking. She said she had run away from her husband's house. In our village, that was already bad. Women did not just run away. But she did not look like someone who ran because of anger. She looked hunted. Amina married out of love. She told us that first, like she wanted us to understand. She said she chose him herself. He was from another village, far from ours. People warned her. They said his family lived deep in the bush. They said they did not mix with others. She did not listen. She ran away with him. At first, she said life was good. The house was quiet. Her husband worked during the day. At night, he told stories. He smiled. He touched her hand like it mattered. But there were rules. She was not allowed to go outside after sunset. She was not allowed to visit neighbors. There was one room in the house she was never allowed to enter. The door was always locked. Even when the rest of the house was hot, that door stayed closed. Every month, on the same night, her husband would leave. He would wash. He would not eat. He would tell her to lock the door and sleep. But she never heard him come back. At first, she thought he slept somewhere else. Then she noticed his feet in the morning. Clean. No dust. Like he had not walked on the ground. One night, she followed him. She waited until he left. Then she wrapped cloth around her feet so they would not make noise. She stayed far behind him. He walked into the bush. Deep. Farther than she had ever gone. She said the air felt wrong there. Quiet. No insects. No birds. Then she saw people. Men. Women. Some she knew. Some she did not. They stood in a wide circle. In the middle was a hole in the ground. Not deep, but wide and dark. No one spoke at first. Then her husband stepped forward. She said his voice changed. It sounded heavy. Not like a human voice. He called out names. When he said a name, someone stepped forward. They dropped things into the hole. Food. Feathers. Blood. She said she saw blood drip down the sides. Her legs gave out. She fell back. A stick snapped. Her husband turned his head. She ran. She did not stop running until she reached the house. She locked the door and lay on the floor, shaking. The next day, her husband looked at her for a long time. He did not ask where she went. He just smiled. After that, things changed. He stopped eating her food. He stopped touching her. Sometimes he would wake up at night and just sit, staring at her. Then one evening, his mother came. The old woman was thin. Her eyes were too bright. She touched Amina's stomach and smiled. She said, "You have stayed long enough." That night, Amina woke up and could not move. Her eyes were open. Her body was heavy. She could breathe, but barely. She saw her husband standing near the door. She saw his mother behind him. Then she saw others. Shapes. People without clear faces. The old woman said, "She will run. Let her run. The road will bring her back." That was when Amina screamed. She found her body again and ran. She ran through thorns. Over rocks. Through water. She did not stop until she reached our village. When she finished telling us, my aunt was crying. My uncle said she could stay. He said we would take her to her family in the morning. Amina shook her head. "They will come," she said. "They always come." We tried to laugh it off. Fear makes people stupid. My uncle said no one could enter the village without being seen. That was when we heard footsteps. Slow. Careful. Like someone counting each step. My uncle shined his torch toward the road. Nothing. The footsteps came again. Closer. Amina started crying. She begged us not to send her back. The footsteps stopped outside the house. No knocking. No voices. Just breathing. Heavy breathing. The door moved. Not opening. Just testing. Then it stopped. We stayed awake until morning. When the sun came up, we went outside. There were footprints. Bare feet.
Many of them. They went around the house in circles. They did not leave. We took Amina to her family that day. They cried when they saw her feet. They said she would be safe. 2 weeks later, she disappeared. People said she went back to her husband. I did not believe that. 3 nights after she vanished, I woke up to breathing next to my ear. I could not move. I smelled blood and dust. I felt something brush my foot. When I finally screamed, my uncle came running. In the morning, under my window, there were footprints. Their feet, facing my bed. They were still wet, like they had just arrived. I do not live in that village anymore, but sometimes, when I walk at night, I hear footsteps behind me. Slow, careful, like someone counting.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more. Bye!